Hello, and welcome to Tea is Good, Books Are Better, the podcast where we drink tea and talk about books. I'm Raven.
I'm Jess.
So, what is new with you, Jess? Okay.
Not much.
Okay.
Well, last week got my flu shot.
Okay.
That's exciting.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was on my break at work when they're like, "So the nurse is here doing shots," and I ran.
They just do that at your work?
Yeah, and, every year they bring a nurse in and they'll stab anyone who wants to get stabbed.
What? That's sick.
Nice,
Well,
isn't it?
yeah. So convenient. I have to
They
get
don't
off
want
my ass and go to a pharmacy.
They're investing in us, I guess. Like, don't get sick now
Oh, that's smart.
and take time off.
Yeah.
I think they only started it 2 years ago. Yeah. On my first year, they didn't have it, and someone brought bronchitis to work, and I got sick.
Oh my
And I wasn't
god.
the only one.
What
Like, a few of us
motherfucker
got
came
sick.
to work with bronchitis?
Right? And I'd never had bronchitis before, so it developed into pneumonia.
You had pneumonia?
Yeah.
Did I know
It
about
was like
this?
just the onset. It was 3 years ago.
Did I know about this?
I don't know. Mom and dad did,
Huh.
but
Maybe I did. It does sound vaguely familiar.
Hmm. Yeah, that was like a crazy time in my life because I'd never experienced anything like that.
Yeah.
Just walking around the house and I'm like out of breath.
Oh, damn.
hmm
Yikes.
But like as soon as I went to the doctor and got antibiotics, it didn't took days to recover. It was really fast.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, my body
Uh,
just needed a little bit of help.
this is gonna sound really dumb, but what exactly is pneumonia?
It thinks when there's liquids in your lungs.
Oh. So
Yeah,
that's all it needs to be pneumonia?
yeah. I think bronchitis is like an infection in your trachea or your lungs, I think.
I thought it was in your, like, bronchioles or whatever they are.
Oh, yeah. Isn't
I
that in your lungs?
think it's like the tubes that lead to your lungs.
There's like the trachea, and then okay. And the areoles are your lungs, right? Is that what it's called?
I,
I'm like bringing back everything I learned from biology.
I have no idea.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of knowledge in there.
It's just buried
Yeah.
underneath all the memes and
Ooh,
depression. What?
and I was making tea today, and I was making tea just now.
Uh-huh.
I was looking for my little tea baggies that I put my loose leaf tea in because I'm too lazy to pull out my kettle or whatever it is, the teapot,
Okay.
and wash that. So I'm like, I bought like a whole bag of like 120 of them from Superstore, like no name. And I opened it up
Mm-hmm.
and it's fucking tea.
It's tea?
I thought it was tea bags. It just says on it tea bags.
Oh.
And it's freaking tea. Like, what the hell?
There's no, like, flavor on the box or anything?
No, it's a bag. But holy crap, now I have a whole bunch of no name brand tea that has no name.
Oopsie.
It's just tea bags.
Yeah,
I'll get so
have you gotten just like empty tea bags at a grocery store before?
I got at Bed Bath and Beyond. I thought I lucked out when I saw this massive bag.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever seen empty ones at a grocery store.
Oh man.
So that would be surprising to me.
Bag! Yeah, it was just like that. I was like, what the fuck? When I opened it and I saw it was freaking tea.
Oops. Have you tried one yet?
No, I'm planning on trying it next time. I can give the deets.
Nice. I need to know what the no brand tea is.
Yeah.
The no brand, no flavor tea.
Yeah. Brand tea bags. What's new with you?
So, on Sunday night, I bent down to pick up something,
Uh-huh.
and I felt this sudden, random intense pain in my lower back.
Ouchie.
Yeah, and it was like just blooming out from like the lower left of my back, and it was like shooting down my leg.
Oh.
I like screamed and I had to stand up again right away.
Oh my god.
And I thought it would fade. It did not fade.
Oh.
I was fine if I was standing like straight up, but if I moved at all, it was like intense shooting pain in my back and then going down my leg as well. I like couldn't bend over. I could barely walk. I had to like do a weird shuffle.
What?
Yeah, and it was basically like that for the rest of the night. I could barely move. I was in a lot of pain. And so I had to take the next day off work because I was like, I can't move.
Did you see a doctor?
Well, not that night. It was a Sunday night.
Oh, okay.
So the next day, I just stayed home from work and I still couldn't really move around a whole lot. So Jake also stayed home from work and just like took care of me. He was very sweet.
Oh.
Yeah, so it just kind of took that day to kind of recover and I was feeling like a little better, but it was still like I couldn't really sit comfortably or walk comfortably. Super weird. I remembered that I had lifted a box at work on the Sunday
Hmm.
and I had definitely lifted it like weird, like badly. Like I didn't lift it properly.
With your back?
Yeah. And it was a heavy box.
Oh.
But I hadn't felt anything at the time. So, like, I don't know if it was that, and I can't claim that it was that either. Because I didn't feel any pain until like several hours later. Anyway, so yeah, the Monday I would just like kind of hung out at Jake's all day. We just kind of like watched movies all day because I was lying down the whole time. And then Tuesday, which was yesterday, again feeling a little bit better, but still like every time I would bend or like move a certain way, I would still have the pain, but it was no longer like going down my leg or anything like that. So in the morning, Jake took me to the doctor, and the doctor didn't like diagnose me or anything. He looked at my back, but he basically just suggested I go to physiotherapy. And he said with like soft tissue injuries, it's something that's going to continue coming back like over and over again. And I've been in a car accident before where I hurt the soft tissue in my lower back, so it could be
Mm-hmm.
partially that. So yeah, he suggested that I go to physio because he said it was going to continue coming back. It wasn't really a matter of if, it was a matter of when.
Hmm.
So yeah. So he suggested I take the rest of the week off work.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm not working this week until like next Tuesday. Um, Wait, what
But
did you
not
say?
because you're injured. It's nice, but not really because you're injured.
Yeah, and like a big part of my job is like bending and lifting stuff.
Well,
So
it's time to
I'm,
squat instead of bending.
but even then, like bringing my legs up too far like hurts.
Oh my god.
So squatting hurts once I go back past like a certain degree.
What is physiotherapy? Is that like chiropractic? Chiropractic?
No, I don't really know how I would define the difference. I could look them up.
You know,
Physio therapy.
chiropractic videos are pretty addictive on YouTube.
Okay.
Watching them crack up people.
I did go to physiotherapy after my car accident back in like 2016.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, let's see. Physiotherapy is one of the allied health professions that, by using evidence based kinesiology, exercise prescription, health education, mobilization, electrical and physical agents, treats acute or chronic pain, movement, and physical impairments resulting from injury, trauma, or illness, typically of musculoskeletal, cardiovascular, respiratory, neurological, and endocrinological origins. So basically, when I did physio last time, they just put like a bunch of little nodes on my back, and it was just sending like electric pulses
Oh.
through my back for like 45 minutes.
Ew. How'd that feel?
Not great. It was basically just like my back would tense and release, tense and release, tense and release.
Oh.
And it's super weird when you like don't have any control over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if it would be the same this time, but let me look up what was the other one you said?
Chiropractic?
Yes, chiropractic.
T? Is that right? It doesn't sound
No,
right
that
to
does
me.
not sound right.
What is it?
What is chiro?
Prac.
Everything says chiropractic.
Just force the Google chiropractic and it'll fix it for you.
Chiropractic is a pseudoscientific complementary and alternative medicine that is concerned with the diagnosis and treatment of mechanical disorders of the musculoskeletal system, especially the spine. Chiropractors, especially those in the field's early history, have proposed that such disorders affect general health via the nervous system. The main chiropractic treatment technique involves manual therapy, especially manipulation of the spine, other joints, and soft tissues, but may also include exercises and health and lifestyle counseling. Interesting. So, yeah, it seems more manual and more like on the spot type of work, whereas
Yeah.
physio is maybe more of like an extended treatment and uses stuff other than manual therapy. Question mark?
Like little electric thingies.
Like the little electric thingies, yeah. But physio isn't just that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, so today basically I feel the same way that I did yesterday. My back still hurts when I bend or when I move a certain way.
Mm.
Um, Jake and Mackenzie and Jake's sister all think that I like pinched my sciatic nerve cuz
Oh.
cuz that's in like the lower back area, and it like connects to nerves in your leg, so that would explain why I felt pain going down my leg as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a theory. But I also have like a phone consultation with my family doctor on next Friday,
Okay.
the day before Halloween. So I will hopefully get more information then, because I just went to a walk-in uh,
Okay.
yesterday,
Yeah.
and he told me to follow up with my regular doctor too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do
yeah,
you
that's what I've been dealing with.
can you take painkillers?
Yeah, he like the doctor offered to prescribe me something too, but I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm looking at right now at Tylenol back pain extra strength
mm,
on my
yeah,
day.
he suggested like muscle relaxants.
Yeah, this comes with a muscle relaxant.
Yeah,
Pain reliever plus muscle relaxant.
I'm
Mm.
like a little worried about taking too much painkillers because I don't want to like strain it anymore. Because if I don't feel the pain, like I can
Oh,
imagine that I would push it too far
yeah.
and make it worse.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of want the pain there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Cool. Yeah, so that's been my life since Sunday night.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
Are
it
you,
does.
are you still down for Friday?
Yeah, I should be fine. Um,
Can you sit? Would you prefer standing?
I can sit and I can stand. I just have to like keep a really straight back. I can't really like. I just need perfect posture.
Okay.
But hopefully I'll be like even more healed by then. So
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be fine. I just can't like bend over really or like lift stuff
Yeah.
and like squat.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I should be fine. I guess we can talk about what we're doing on Friday, because that's kind of fun.
Pumpkin carving. On
Yeah!
Wednesday.
When's the last time we carved pumpkins together?
We were kids living at Dad's place.
Yeah, like back in like elementary school, right? Or like early
Did
high
we
school.
carve pumpkins in high school?
Mm,
I actually don't think we did. Did we carve pumpkins in high school?
do you mean like in actual high school or like
No, like
at
when
that
at that
age?
age, as teens.
I feel like I must have like once or twice, maybe,
Yeah.
but definitely not a lot. And I feel like we definitely did not do it as like a family thing.
Yeah.
But I remember roasting like pumpkin seeds once or twice.
Did we actually eat them?
Yeah, I think so. Jake asked if we were gonna roast pumpkin seeds.
I guess.
I told him
You
yes,
guys
so we
take them
have to.
home. You guys can take them home because we're
Yeah.
not gonna eat them. Does he have a nice recipe to bring?
A recipe. I
Am
thought you
I
just
gonna
threw them in the
Google this?
oven. Huh?
Am I supposed to guess how long and how high?
Dude, we can just Google it.
Okay,
We have the technology.
I guess so.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Same, same.
Jake really liked Mysterium, which is a board game I own that we played, so maybe I'll
Oh,
bring that and we can play it again if you're down.
shit. Bring some drinks if you can.
Dude, okay. Speaking of drinks,
Huh?
um, yesterday I learned how to make Caesars,
Uh, uh,
and I think I'm gonna be drunk for the rest of this week that I have off.
Hell no.
Dude, Caesars are so fucking good.
Nope.
Ah,
It's cold tomato soup with booze in it.
but
No.
it's spicy and salty, dude.
Spicy and salty.
Yeah. It's like the perfect drink.
It's like a V8, but with booze in it.
No, no, no. It's like you get a pickled like green bean in there and it's like mwah, delicious.
No.
Yes.
I tried to like them once. No.
You probably just had a bad one. I'd suggest trying them
I
again.
mean, I liked it for the first few sips. I was like, damn, I can drink this. I got sick of it real fast. I didn't like
Okay,
it.
I think I had the same reaction the
Too
first
much
time I drank a Caesar.
tomato. Too much vegetable juice. Not into it. It's straight up tomato soup or vegetable soup.
Bruh.
It
Okay.
tastes like vegetable broth.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna sit here and keep trying to
No.
convince you.
Thank
But,
you.
you're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You know, it's Canada's national drink. I think it's the Caesar.
Yeah, it was created in Alberta, and it's most commonly drunk in Canada. So maybe, like, our American listeners won't even know what a Caesar is. Whoa!
It's a spicy Bloody Mary.
Well, Bloody Marys
What's
are
the
kind of spicy
difference?
too. It is similar to a Bloody Mary. Let's see.
Is it because
So,
it's a shrimp tomato cocktail? I think the Caesar has like a bit of a seafood.
no, you think you have it backwards. The Bloody Mary, I think, has seafood?
Does
Question mark?
it?
Okay, this is what's in a Caesar.
Alright.
Vodka,
Uh-huh, booze.
Worcestershire sauce,
Nice, nice.
Tabasco sauce,
Huh.
clamato juice, and
Okay.
and then
Clam.
and then it has like a rim of celery salt. And it can have like a lime wedge and it usually has like a pickled bean in it or like some like olives on like a stick or like a celery stick.
Okay.
And a Bloody Mary is definitely a similar cocktail. Vodka, tomato juice. Oh, this sounds like very similar. And
Yeah.
other spices and flavorings, including Worcestershire sauce, hot sauce,
Oh.
garlic, herbs,
Yeah.
horseradish, celery,
Stop
olive,
it.
salt, black pepper, lemon juice, lime juice, and celery salt. Okay, it's basically the exact same thing.
Clamato juice is the seafood
Except,
shit.
yeah, I guess it's clamato juice and not tomato juice.
It's tomato and clam broth. Is it? I have no idea.
I don't. What is clamato juice? What is clamato juice? Okay, it's a commercial drink made of reconstituted tomato juice, concentrate, and sugar, which is flavored with spices, dried clam broth, and MSG.
It is clam broth.
Okay, you're right. Mm-hmm.
MSG. So that means umami.
Wait, what?
No?
Umami?
Umami.
What's umami?
Yeah. So you know how we have like the taste of our tongue, like salty, bitter, sweet, sour. Well, the Japanese have another one, like they call umami, which is savory, like mushrooms or
Oh,
Worcestershire sauce.
interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that was a thing.
Oh, it's pretty big.
Okay, well, fuck me then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I've been drinking Caesars, and it's the best thing ever. And I'm already, like, almost out of ingredients. And I just bought it all last night, so.
Oh. Whoa. Oh my god.
Okay, well, I didn't go crazy, okay? I had two Caesars, Jake had two Caesars, so.
So there's only enough for six?
We're almost out of Clamato juice. We still have lots of vodka and, like, Worcestershire and hot sauce. Also, I know I'm saying
Yeah.
Worcestershire wrong, but I say it that way because it's fun.
I'm pretty sure it's called Worcestershire.
Okay, let's consult Google.
Okay.
How to say Worcestershire.
Worcester or Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire. Oh, it is Worcestershire.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Worcestershire. It's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Okay, so I was pretty close actually.
Yeah.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
That's what I used to call it.
I think that's what everyone calls it
So I
before they know how to
watched
say it.
a YouTube video where they say the guy, it took him like forever, and he's like finally Googled it, and he's like, yeah, it's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Okay, well that was a nice long intro. Shall we
Oh, it's insane.
get
So,
into Seraphina?
for shiz.
All right. So we're on chapter 18.
Hmm.
Where did we leave our character, Jess?
Where did we?
Oh, I guess maybe we should what are we drinking today, Jess? First of all.
I'm drinking a strawberry grapefruit tea. I just found
Ooh.
3 bags of David's tea
What
that I
the?
completely forgot about. It was a nice surprise.
Where did you find it? Just in your
I
house?
had yeah, they were in a gray box. I think Dad gave it to me like a few years ago. They were in a gray box with my tea stuff, and it just blended.
Oh.
I stopped seeing it. It was just some random box with
Is,
my tea shit.
is it still good? I find when tea gets too old, it kind of loses its flavor.
It's really good.
Okay.
Like, I'm shook. I
Damn.
cannot believe.
Damn.
It's because they're in sealed bags inside this box, not being exposed to air.
Okay.
Hmm.
I see.
So I'm a lucky duck.
I am drinking water again.
Oh.
I am terrible at making tea for the podcast lately.
Uh,
Because I'm like usually running over from Jake's place, so I'm like almost always right on time or a little late. So I feel like I don't really have time to make tea. I'll try to be earlier next time
Just buy some tea.
on my way over, but then that's gonna take just as much time.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it?
yes. There's nothing around here. I would have to go like way out of my way.
Oh, really?
Hello? You've lived here. You know there's
I
nothing
don't
in
know
this
where
area.
Jake lives.
Okay, well, he does live in the center of everything, so. I mean, if I picked it up there, I guess that would work. Okay. Or I could just get off my ass earlier and come early.
Yeah, you could.
We'll see how it goes. But I'm drinking a cup of water.
Very nice. The essential drink.
Mm.
The only thing that can hydrate me.
Yeah. I might have said this on the podcast before, but when I was in Spain and it was like 40 something degrees Celsius.
Gross.
Yeah, it was like dumb hot. Like people were literally passing out from heat exhaustion. I had this bottle of juice. It was like some sort of Fanta juice, like orange juice or something. I had to pour it out because it was not hydrating me and then fill the bottle with water so that I could actually like not pass out.
Nice.
Yeah, it just like I was chugging this thing and I was like feeling nothing. It's like I still feel
Oh
like I'm
my
gonna
god.
die.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, so I had to pour it out and get water. So, yeah, I believe you that water is the only thing that hydrates you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hmm.
cool. So sorry, where did we leave our character, Seraphina?
I think Seraphina showed Lars her scales,
Mm-hmm.
and the Ardamagar is there.
Yeah.
He's arrived,
Mm-hmm.
and Kiggs and her are going to go look for clues.
Yeah, so they like
See?
dance together at the ball and then talk
Yeah,
throughout their plan to go looking for Imlan or whatever. Go
yeah. See, like,
investigating.
investigate the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps visit Sir James,
Mm-hmm.
the dragon.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
Cool,
yeah.
cool. All right, so chapter 18. After Kiggs leaves the ball, Fina leaves shortly thereafter and returns to her suite. She undresses and looks at herself in the mirror, hating herself naked, hating her scales. She reminds herself she's a monster. And there's a line that describes her scales on page 226 that like made me really uncomfortable.
Okay.
I made myself look at the shingle of silver half moons, the hideous line where they sprouted from my flesh like teeth pushing through gums. Ugh!
Oh.
Right? That sounds so
Ew.
hideous.
Yeah, I missed that, and I'm glad I did, but ew.
Teeth stuff always makes me like so uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah. So this comparison made me like shudder. Ugh.
Ew. I was just thinking, like, it's flesh stuff that bothers me. And, like,
Oh.
imagining it poking through, like,
Oh, me
eh,
too. So like a
eh.
combination of both. Like ugh.
Yeah.
But you know there's like that edit of like a picture of someone like smiling and all their teeth are showing, but then they like have edited the smile onto their eyes as well.
What?
Yeah, so they have like
Oh,
teeth eyes.
okay, okay, yeah,
That shit like fucks me up. I can't look at it.
yeah. Yeah. It is gross.
Yeah. Fina climbs into bed and cries. She doesn't enter her garden, but a door appears in her mind randomly, and it opens. Fruit Bat peeks around the edge. Him being outside of the garden makes Fina think of Janula, her other grotesque that was self aware and had to be locked up. So, Seraphina explains to Fruit Bat that she couldn't make it to the garden tonight. I guess we're assuming that's why he's looking for her.
Mm-hmm.
He holds out his hands to her, but she refuses. She can't bear to face a vision right now. And she realizes she's going to have to shut him out. What else is there to do? But it makes her feel sad. He hugs her and she hugs him back. The next morning, Fina meets Kiggs at the Queen's study, and Lars is there. He hands Fina a parchment, saying he designed it last night and wants her to have it, and then he bounces. So Fina unfolds the page to see the schematics for some sort of machine. Kiggs thinks it looks like a ballista, which is like a catapult that flings spears, but this looks like it flings something else, like a harpoon with a bladder full of something unspecified.
Mm.
Did you have any ideas about what this might be when you read it?
Nope. I was very clueless.
Yeah, it's like super odd.
Yeah, I was like, meh.
It just didn't care.
Yeah.
Whatever, Lars. No one cares
Like,
about you.
we'll find out in a couple of chapters.
Yeah.
Pass on.
They seem to feel the same way because they just tuck it away and they set off through the palace. Kiggs takes Fina through a series of secret passages until they reach the mouth of a cave in the hillside below the western wall of the castle. It's a route that only Prince Rufus used, Kiggs explains. He thinks that tracing Prince Rufus's steps won't hurt. They head down the hill and reach a stable with horses waiting for them. It's Fina's first time riding, but she doesn't tell Kiggs that. She manages to climb onto her horse and get it going almost the right direction. They go to the fens where Prince Rufus's body was found. Kiggs points to some hills in the distance covered in trees and says that's where they were hunting. Fina mentions that the Earl of Apsig said Prince Rufus followed his hounds into the woods, which is apparently unusual because the hounds are trained to come back after following their leads. Kiggs seems to be in awe that Fina had questioned the Earl about that day, which makes her feel guilty because she didn't actually question him. She had just overheard him bragging to some ladies about it. But she doesn't correct Kiggs anyway, so Yeah, she doesn't feel that guilty.
Mm.
So nobody has any idea why Rufus left the group to follow his hound. This is quite the mystery. Kiggs shows Fina a spot on the ground where Rufus had been found. There's nothing notable about the spot. Kiggs hops off his horse and he kneels next to the spot to pray, and Fina feels for him. She loves her uncle too, and she sends up a prayer to the saints for Prince Rufus.
Mm.
When Kiggs stands, it occurs to Fina to think like a dragon. A dragon couldn't have sat here in broad daylight to kill someone, not without being seen. She tells Kiggs that if a dragon killed his uncle, it must have moved his body here, and Kiggs agrees. He mounts his horse again and they keep riding. They make it to an area with sinkholes and ravines, and Kiggs says it's a more likely spot for a dragon to kill someone, and that it's also likely Prince Rufus stumbled upon the dragon by accident. If a dragon intended to assassinate Rufus, there would be easier ways to do it without raising suspicions. Also, like, why would Rufus, out of all the royal family, be a target?
Yeah.
Right?
What's he up to? What you doing?
Like,
I don't really think
if they
about
wanted
him.
to target someone, would they not target the queen?
Yeah, that'd be smarter.
Yeah. Like, sure, maybe Prince Rufus is the oldest and he's the heir to the throne or whatever, but
Mhm.
there's, like, several others who are heirs as well, so killing him doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Fina hears an odd sound, which Kiggs explains is a nearby column of rooks, which is a member of the crow family.
Ooh.
This nearby column of rooks lives in a nearby ravine. As he leads her to the ravine, she asks why the birds gather there, but he doesn't know. She suggests that perhaps the dragon was there and left behind some carrion, although she like thinks to herself that that's not the only thing a dragon might leave behind.
I was like, what? I was so confused.
Oh, really? You didn't get it?
No, it took me a while. I'm like, oh my god, can she not say poop?
Apparently not. She feels super awkward about talking about shit with the prince. So yeah, Kiggs doesn't really think that that would be where the dragon is because the rookery has been there for years. But Fina counters, saying Imlan has been banished for 16 years. Kiggs is still skeptical, though. He doesn't believe a dragon could hide in one spot for 16 years without being noticed. So that's when Fina has to explain to him that dragons have cesspits where they shit. They don't leave their dung scattered about. Although she's embarrassed that she knows this, Kiggs seems intrigued and agrees to have a look. Alright, Kiggs is interested in the shit. As they get closer, Kiggs is concerned that the dragon could be there, but Fina thinks the birds would be alarmed and acting differently if it was. And Kiggs wonders if that's what drew his uncle there, the birds acting strangely. They reach the sinkhole and look down into it. The evidence of a dragon's presence is undeniable, and they both cover their noses. So there's clearly shit in this hole. And now we all get what we came for, some fun facts about dragon shitting habits.
Ooh, I'm always interested in that stuff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It is kind of that thing where no one ever gets into it in, like, fantasy books
Uh-huh.
or anything like that. But then, I mean, I don't know about you or anyone else who reads, but it's something that I will, like, think about randomly, like, a year after reading the book type of thing.
Yeah.
I'll be like, wait, like, when did that dragon ever shit? Or, like, how was it shitting and, like, no one ever noticed it was there?
Right.
Yeah.
Give me the bowel movements.
Yeah. I need a breakdown. Yeah, so Kiggs spots one that looks fresh, but only one. And oh yes.
How big are these turds? Like same size as him?
Oh, probably. Right?
Rock.
I mean,
Like dinosaur shit.
yeah, they're gonna be like big. It's a dragon.
Yeah.
Fina says that the dragon would not have to come to the cesspit more than once a month because dragons digest slowly.
Oh.
And if the dragon was becoming a Tsar regularly, she understands that makes them dot dot dot, and she trails off. But I think we can
They
assume.
poop?
I think she was gonna say that transforming into a SAR and back makes them constipated.
Oh. God damn it, just fucking say it.
Yeah, I think that's what she's gonna say. Because
Okay.
are they really eating anything as people? I mean, like, I guess so.
I
Orma
should.
was eating.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's like a SAR all the time, so he would have to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's either that they're just pooping as humans or it makes them constipated.
They're having a huge shit inside of you as a
Right? How does that work? If you're like a dragon and you've got a huge shit in you and then you transform into a SAR, like what happens to
what
the
does that
shit?
mean? We're going down a rabbit hole too.
Right? Does it just shrink down to a human size shit when you transform or
Like a big arm length long. What's going on?
Oh, we're thinking too hard about this.
We are.
So, Kiggs has a hypothesis. He hypothesizes that the rooks may have been acting strangely, which drew his uncle to see what was happening. He stumbled upon a dragon, it killed him, and carried his headless body back to the fen under the cover of night. Fina wonders why the dragon wouldn't just eat the whole body to remove the evidence. And Kiggs says the guard would have continued to scour the wood until they found Rufus, which would eventually lead them to the ravine and unambiguous proof of a dragon. But he wonders why it ate his head. Fina says it's hard for a dragon to make it look like something else killed you. Fair. So, a missing head is fairly ambiguous. Maybe it knew people would blame the sons of St. Ogdo. But still, Kiggs wonders why it would reveal itself to the knights. Fina has some ideas. Maybe the dragon believed the knights wouldn't risk imprisonment by reporting to the queen, or the queen just wouldn't believe them. But Kiggs isn't really listening. He points at something at the bottom of the ravine, which looks like a large dead animal. Did you know what this was?
Nope. Poop. Nope. I didn't know what it was.
Oh, okay. So he dismounts and scrambles down into the sinkhole. As he's doing that, Fina waits. At some point, she notices a cloud of vapor rising out of the coppice in the near distance. I'm learning so many words. A coppice is an area of woodland in which the trees and shrubs were cut back to ground level to stimulate growth and provide timber. Fun facts! Can I get some energy from you?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Had a long day?
No. Man, I'm here laughing, and you're like, get some energy, bro.
Dude, I'm not hearing anything from you. Maybe you just keep cutting out.
Maybe.
Anyway. The vapor could just be fog, but it seems too localized to Seraphina. She puts her hand on Orma's earring, which she's wearing around her neck. She thinks about calling him, but he'll be in huge trouble if he transforms to come to her rescue, so she can't afford to call him if she isn't completely sure. She watches the mist. It seems to be spreading, or its source is moving. Ooh. Is it a dragon?
More poop?
Or poop. Just a steaming pile of dung. She listens carefully for footsteps or breath, wondering how long it would take for Orma to get there. Then Kiggs is like, let's go, and Fina almost falls off her horse because he startles her. He mounts his horse and they hurry back the way they came. Only when they make it to the farmland does Kiggs tell her what he found. 2 horse medals. One is Saint Brandol, Rufus's patron saint, and the other bears the arms of the royal family. He tells her... Sorry?
What's a horse medal?
I think it's something that attaches to the horse's saddle to identify it.
Huh.
I think.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe is that just a thing from this book, or is that like an actual thing? Let me look up. Okay, I looked up horse medal, and all I'm seeing is like awards and
Yeah, that was gonna thing was gonna happen. Just trophies.
yeah, and like people selling horse medals.
Like trophies?
No, like it is a medal. But yeah, selling them on like eBay and Etsy.
Huh.
Anyway, that would be my assumption, is
Yeah.
that a horse medal is on the saddle to identify the horse.
Okay.
Kiggs tells Seraphina that the horse's name was Hild, and she was a good horse. So that was a horse down there. And it was
Oh.
Prince Rufus's horse.
Oh my gosh. They
And
found the dragon.
she did as fuck. And yep, clearly there was a dragon there.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it must be Imlan. It's not the Oggo guys.
Oh yeah, the Sons of Saint Ogdo.
It
Yeah, no way. If Prince
wasn't
Rufus's
another
horse
person.
is in the pit, I think we can assume the dragon took care of Prince Rufus also.
Yeah. The horse and some dragon shit. It was a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
My detective skills are on today.
Nice. All right, shall we move on to chapter 19?
Captain Ante.
Eight.
As they have lunch, Cakes tells Seraphina that he knows she's in love with Orma.
Yo, what?
So I was like, what the fuck? And then I remembered that he obviously doesn't know that he's her uncle.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, that's gross. Why would he say that?
Right? But she can't say
Yeah.
that he's her
Yeah.
uncle because he's a dragon, and everyone knows that.
Right? I just clued into that in this chapter.
Oh, jeez.
Like, oh fuck.
But you
Oh,
guessed
well.
right last time, so you can take a win for that.
Woohoo!
Nice.
He has tabs on Orma apparently and has been trying to find out about his family history.
Jesus Christ, Kiggs.
Whoa.
Dude, Fina must be like, back off, dude.
Yeah. Like, that is creepy.
Yeah.
He's been looking up this shit at the embassy, but there's too much secrecy, so he hasn't really found much.
Hmm.
He just thinks that someone in his family went mad. But he's like, when dragons go mad, though, so then like someone telling jokes or finding religion.
Wait, what?
So like when a dragon goes mad, it's something dumb like telling jokes or finding religion.
Oh,
Like
that's
that's
funny.
what they consider madness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Seraphina's like, or falling in love with a human before she can stop herself.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
Yeah.
So he agrees. He's like, yeah. And then he tells her that's a bad idea to fall in love with one. And she assures him that no, she's not in love with Orma. But
No.
then she does love him?
I feel like she does admit that she loves him.
Yeah, but not in love with him.
Does she say that though? Because I feel like she didn't really clarify.
I think she just said that she's not in love with him. And later on, she's like, I do love him.
Wait, let
So
me
I
see.
guess contact?
I'm gonna take a
Because
peek.
it leaves Kiggs confused. Not confused, but like quiet for a bit.
So it's right at the start before he says anything about Orma, where he says it's a bad idea falling in love with a dragon.
Hmm.
And that's when she's like, "Who are you talking about?" And he's like, "Your teacher, right? The dragon Orma."
It's like, I'm not in love
Oh.
with him.
She
No.
doesn't say that. No, he's like, "You're fond of him. You're protective of him," and she's like, "Fond and protective equals in love." That's what she
Yeah.
says. And then the conversation kind of changes. So she doesn't say no.
But I guess.
Oh, but
To
later
me-
on, he like says, oh, that's when he's talking about how there's like weirdness in the family and like a lot of hidden stuff. And Kiggs says, if he loved you, I'm not saying he does, he would be taken home and forcibly excised. They would remove all his memories of you. And she's like, I know what excision means, but he feels nothing for me. And that's when he's like, well, he's an idiot. Which is like, okay, Kiggs.
Oh.
All right.
There's some flirty back and forth love interest going on here.
So Fina like looks at him like, what'd you just say? And he then like kind of backtracks and he's like, because he's hurt you, clearly. And that's when it says that Fina plays along. She says, maybe I'm the idiot for loving him.
Yeah.
So she never says she doesn't love him at the beginning. She's just kind of like, oh, okay, so being protective of him means I'm in love with him.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, later on, she's like,
Like, to me, that disdain, to me, it sounds like she's like going, no. But yeah, she does say it. She does love him.
yeah. But I can see someone who's like kind of trying to hide the fact that they're in love with someone saying it that way. So it sounds like they're saying no when they're not actually saying no.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Could be that.
But what's cute is that after she says that, maybe I'm the idiot for loving him, he doesn't answer and he just kind of like looks off into the distance and like frowns.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay,
I
I see
really
what's
like
happening
that.
here. He is jealous.
Oh my god. You're engaged.
Yeah.
They continue traveling until they reach a cave where a bunch of knights and squires are living. Seraphina recognizes a squire named Maurizio. Nice.
Maurizio.
As the guy who carried her home 5 years previous. I
Mm-hmm.
think when she first saw Orma as a dragon.
Yes.
Was that the memory that was a few chapters ago?
Yes. It was one of the
Oh,
beginning chapters where
yeah.
it explains how Orma had saved her life 3 times, and one of the times was when she almost got trampled at that
Yeah.
like procession or whatever, and then he transformed.
Okay, okay.
That's when Maurizio was there.
Maurizio.
Maurizio!
There are 16 knights and 2 squires. One of them is Maurizio, the squire. They sit down with Sir James and they ask him about the dragon that he saw and if he recognized it. So the dragon had set a barn on fire and had hunkered down inside of it.
Hmm.
They'd surround the barn, and Sir James shouted at it that it was in violation of the treaty and to name itself, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks that the dragon looks like a general of the Fifth Ard, but he can't recall the name, so he checks an old register of Ards and he finds the name. Guess what it is? Dun, dun, dun.
Basind!
General Imlan.
Oh, Amlan.
What the fuck?
Who would have thunk?
Basint.
Can you imagine Basind as a general?
Like, whoa, what? The squires want to show them a demonstration of Dracomakia
Mm-hmm.
before they leave, which is a martial art involving setting dragons on fire, which they are weak to in this universe. Dragons do burn.
It does kind of make sense, because, like,
Mm-hmm.
if a dragon has the ability to breathe fire, you would think it developed that ability as, like, a defense against others of its kind, because what other predator would a dragon have, right?
True. Can't just use their teeth and claws.
Yeah.
Fire. And they're like extremely flammable, apparently.
Dragons?
Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting.
As she watches, Seraphina suddenly realizes what the diagram Lars gave her is. She pulls it out and she sees a catapult that flings pyrias, which I think are like balls of oil that burn.
So it's like the wildfire
Yeah.
from Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
And it's like little explodey jars.
Yeah. Sarah James was unimpressed, preferring their old ways of killing dragons, but Maurizio really likes it. He's down with these.
He's down with the fire
Fancy
flinging
gadgets.
ballista. Yeah.
Technologies for the newer gen.
Yeah, not for this old fucking boomer, James.
Okay, boomer. When they head off, it's snowing and rapidly getting dark. Seraphina suggests an inn at Right Turn, which is a village.
Okay.
But Kiggs laughs and says that they can commandeer any manor they want because he's a prince.
Damn kicks! Okay, fucking flexing out here. Dude.
Then he says that he has additional thoughts on being a bastard and that he's been wanting to tell her all day.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay.
This
I'm
relationship,
curious.
bro. His father was a Sam Samese admiral and his mother was Princess Laurel.
Dude,
Queen
finally we know.
Lavanda's youngest daughter. Yeah, finally.
Good God.
They never talk about this Princess Laurel. It's the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, they've
Damn.
never mentioned her.
So she ran off with him when she was 15, and Kix was born in Sam Sam.
Mm.
Hell yeah, Sam Sam.
Hell yeah, Jess's favorite.
That's my favorite word. Sam Sam.
Sam Sam.
His parents died in a storm at sea when Kix was 5. He
Mhm.
says that he has confusing feelings with his mother, that he thinks that she will understand. That he loves her, but he is angry with her for leaving him so young and falling in love so recklessly, which Seraphina completely empathizes with.
Yeah, makes sense.
As they ride on in silence, thinking about this, all of a sudden, Imlan just like jumps out in front of them on the road.
What up, my guy?
Like, boo! I'm here.
Yeah, just giant dragon landing in the middle of the road in front of them.
That's that chapter.
Yeah, I had completely forgotten about that.
Yeah.
I was like, yo! Damn!
I'm here.
Imlan's just fucking
Yeah.
here.
Holy moly, I was shocked. I was expecting Imlan to make an appearance so soon.
Yeah. So, did you have any, like, expectations? Like, what did you think was gonna happen?
I thought it was going to be a chapter where they're like looking for clues and going to come back or some more clues and like slowly piece it together. I kind of appreciate Imlan just showing up.
Yeah, because it's, like, totally
Excitement.
throws you for a loop and
Yeah.
completely unexpected.
I was pretty excited for the next chapter. I was like, oh yeah, sweet. What's that?
Yeah. The one thing that I find kind of disappointing is there's little to no description of the dragons whenever they
Yeah.
appear.
So like strange.
Like, let me actually look up what it says about Imlan when
Because
he lands.
I've been struggling to picture these dragons because I've been wondering what they look like.
Right?
They never describe them. Just
Yeah.
scales. Or like the little moving horns. Not horns, but
All it says, I felt a hot blast against my skin, smelled sulfur, and opened my eyes to see my grandfather, in all his hideous reptilian hugeness, land on the snowy road ahead. So I feel like that would be fine to end that there, but I feel like at the start of the next chapter, I would expect more of a description.
uh-huh.
But there's, like,
No.
nothing. She describes him as a dread behemoth,
Hmm.
and it says, I knew the contours of his spiny head, the arch of his snaky neck. But, like, that's pretty much it. Oh, it also says, she describes him also as brimstone blackness, the muscular furl of wing against sky. But, like, I want to know what it looks like!
Yeah. Give me more description.
Bruh.
Nope. I guess she wanted to keep her dragons more mysterious.
Well, I'm assuming she left it intentionally vague so that the reader could, like, project their own kind of idea of a dragon onto it. Which, on one hand, I can appreciate because I hate when things are over-described.
Uh-huh.
So that, like, if you have a picture already in your head and then the writer, like, describes it and it's completely different, it's really hard for your brain to kind of shift and it can really take you out of the story.
Yeah.
So there's that part of it. But on the other hand, I think you can also be too vague,
Yeah.
which,
The dragon I keep picturing looks dumb. I don't like it.
yeah,
Give me
like,
more work off of, please.
the dragon that this makes me picture is super generic and, like, boring.
Yeah.
Because
Same.
if it doesn't describe anything interesting about this dragon, I'm just gonna, like, picture a generic, boring-ass dragon.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly what I'm picturing.
Yeah, so I feel like there's a nice, like, balance between too much description and, like, too little description. You want to be, like, right there in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Right in that little sweet spot, which is, like, just enough description. You know? Like, I want to... Does he have horns?
He has spikes. Or is it spines?
spines on his head. So okay.
And a snake-like neck.
Yeah, but every dragon has
Oh,
a
I know.
snake-like neck. We know he's big, he has spines on his head, and a snaky neck.
He's black.
And he's black.
Yep.
And he has wings.
Yep.
But I want the juicy details. And maybe it's just me because I'm like a dragon lover and I want to see this dragon.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you feel the same way.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Chapter 20?
We're over an hour already, so I think we actually need to end it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in our next episode,
We'll leave you on that cliffhanger.
what that sweet spot to just stop.
Imlan lands on the road out of nowhere. Total shocker. End of the episode.
That's it. Gotta wait till next week, guys.
Yeah. But thank you so much for listening. If you want more of the podcast, please follow us on Instagram. You can follow the podcast at Tigbab Podcast, or you can follow us separately. My handle is Crimby, Jess's is just.egan24. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Tigbab Podcast or Tea is Good, Books Are Better, and we should show up there. Also, please subscribe to our good friend Baram Barami on YouTube. He's the one who made our jingle, which you heard at the start of this episode, and he's a really cool guy and makes dope stuff, so check him out. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/tea is good, books are better. We have a few different tea-themed tiers with fun rewards, such as behind-the-scenes content, outtakes, and mini-episodes in which we force our brother to watch Game of Thrones, which he hates. So you will be getting something in return for your contribution, and you'd also be helping us improve the podcast with better equipment. But we also just appreciate you listening. And please don't forget to share the podcast with your family and your friends. It is the best way for us to grow. Imlan, next time, what's gonna happen? Is he gonna have a fucking conversation? Or is he just gonna fuck shit up? Or is he gonna threaten them? Or is he gonna just eat kegs right off his horse?
Imlan.
And is he gonna recognize Seraphina?
Imlan.
Thank you, Jess.
Next week, Imlan.
Okay, bye.